Once you have your basic proportions done, now we need to add details. So what I'm doing is I'm erasing my guidelines. I'm making sure that the lines that I do have are lines that relate back to my original reference photo. Now is the time to make it look like you. I'm erasing even the eyebrows that I created, trying to get the shapes right, making sure the distances are correct before I move on to really making the details look right. For a full tutorial on nose, mouth, and eyes, you can visit my other video that goes through in depth how to do each one of these. Now, making sure that your image and your drawing look similar has a lot to do with looking. You should be looking at your picture constantly in order to understand how you actually look. Here I am showing you where your mouth really should go, which I said in my previous video, in the center of the pupil and bringing it down. My lips are not that big, and you'll see me erase the top lip and bring it down a little bit more narrow. You have to be looking at yourself to draw. Some of our lips are bigger, some of our lips are smaller, but you need to be looking at your reference photo. I cannot stress that enough, to make sure that you're drawing something that looks more realistic. So here I'm adding a little bit of value in order to kind of get the shape of my nose. I'm adding my eyes, adding my pupils, leaving a little bit of space for my highlight in my eye. Making sure that they are similar or symmetrical, making sure my eye shape is right, going back and forth between both to make sure that they are symmetrical is really important during this process. Again, adding some more of those details in to kind of start getting the face shape together, making sure it relates back to what you look like, making sure that any adding or shading or details that you're doing relates back to your image. Now see, I erased my nose completely and started over because it did not look like my nose. So I wanted to make sure that it did look like my nose. So I went back and I restarted. Restarting and looking and making sure that you're checking is exactly what adding details is about. So continue on to make sure that you're doing a good job of this.